My friends, every man wishes to govern the world around him, but few ever learn to govern the world within themselves. Self-discipline, the quiet commander of the soul, is the difference between a drifting life and a directed one. When I was a young apprentice in my brother's print shop, I found that ink stains were easier to wash off the hands than bad habits were to wash from the mind. So I began a lifelong experiment, not in any royal academy, but in the humble workshop of my own character. I called it my project for moral perfection, not because I believed perfection could be reached, but because aiming high sharpens the spirit. I drew a small notebook and wrote 13 words upon its pages: temperance, silence, order, resolution, frugality, industry, sincerity, justice, moderation, cleanliness, tranquility, chastity, and humility. Each week I practiced one. Each evening I marked a small black spot for every failure. My book soon looked like a battlefield of ink, and I realized how weak a man truly is against his own impulses. Yet I did not despair, for each black mark was proof that I had seen my enemy face to face. Discipline, I discovered, begins not with punishment, but with awareness. Every morning, two voices speak inside a man. One whispers comfort, sleep a little longer, rest, indulge. The other whispers courage, rise, work, strive. The quality of your life depends on which one you obey. It is not the storm outside that defeats the sailor, but the storm within. To govern oneself is the first and greatest of victories. For a man who conquers himself is greater than he who captures cities. Our habits are the unseen hands that shape our destiny. They are born soft as threads and harden into chains. At first they guide us, later they bind us. That is why every small act of self-control matters. The decision to rise early, to speak kindly, to save a coin instead of spending it, these may appear trivial, yet they carve the direction of a lifetime. When I trained myself to wake at 5 each morning, I did not merely gain hours, I gained clarity. Those quiet hours became my empire of thought, my time to plan, to read, to write. Time, after all, is life itself. Lose time, and you lose what life is made of. If I may speak to you who live in this new age of machines and screens, you possess more comfort than kings once dreamed of, yet less contentment than a farmer who rose with the dawn. Your world moves fast, but wisdom still walks slowly. You chase distraction as if it were delight. But the more you scatter your attention, the less you find yourself. Self-discipline, my friends, is not about denial. It is about direction. It is the art of saying yes to what truly matters. There is no progress without discomfort. A muscle grows only when stretched. A mind matures only when challenged. Each temptation resisted is a victory unseen. Each moment of patience is a triumph unsung. The man who learns to delay pleasure discovers a joy deeper than pleasure itself, the joy of mastery. It is easy to command an army, but hard to command a mood. And yet it is in mastering our moods that we build our monuments. Every night before I slept, I opened my little book and asked 3 questions. What good have I done today? What evil have I avoided? What improvement have I made? Some nights the answers pleased me. Many nights they did not. But discipline is not the absence of failure. It is the willingness to begin again and again. Each dawn is a fresh page. Do not waste it lamenting the ink that has already dried. Men often speak of freedom as if it means doing whatever one wishes. But true freedom is the power to do what is right, even when it is difficult. A man enslaved by appetite or anger is no freer than a bird in a golden cage. The disciplined soul, though bound by routine, soars above his impulses. Self-control is not a chain, it is a key. It unlocks the higher chambers of the Spirit. Through energy and persistence, I turned my candlelit nights into discoveries, my failures into lessons, my ordinary life into something worthy of remembrance. And so may you. You do not need wealth to practice discipline. You need only will. Each small act to rise, to learn, to serve adds invisible interest to the account of your character. In time, you will find that self-discipline is not a burden, but a source of peace. The calm that comes when desire no longer rules you, that is the truest wealth a man can own. So, my friend, if ever you feel lost or powerless, remember this: your destiny is written not by fate, but by your daily habits. Choose your habits, and you choose your future. Master yourself, and the world will follow. Do not wait for inspiration. Act. Do not wait